Our next guest is a master in disguise. Let me explain. On the outside, he's the prominent figure, stoic and by the book.
But on the inside, oh, here's where she's good. He is self-righteous. That keeps every one of them darkest and